G'day, we're going to have a look into two Bluetooth wireless headphones. They're both from Edifier, which is an award-winning audio company that actually produces very premium headphones, earphones, and also speakers. And we're going to look at these particular two products. Now, these are both over-the-ear Bluetooth wireless headphones. They have very different characteristics and they also target different sort of audiences. And hopefully this video will give you an idea on which one to actually look for, as I have been testing these out for about a month. And I've been doing it for on and off, very much an interweaving of one day I'll be using this, and the next day I'll be using this, and then after that I'll be using this, and then the day after that I'll be using this. So it's really giving me a really good idea on this. I've also had a lot of other people test out these headphones also. And I'll talk about the audio quality and the sound actual quality on what the characteristics of these two headphones. First, we're going to start off with the differences of just the specs itself and also what you actually get. Now, first off is on the left here, which is the actual black one here. This is the Edifier Stax Spirit S3, and this one, which is this ivory color or white, you can call it. This one here is the Edifier WH950NB. Now I'm actually going to try and short it out because it makes it easier. So I'm going to call this black one the S3, and the white one here is the 950, just to make you an idea. But there's the full names for these two. Now the S3, now this is been released a little bit earlier than the latest one, which is the 950 here, that is just lately. That also tells you a bit of idea that the S3 runs off Bluetooth 5.2, whereas the 950 does run the Bluetooth 5.3, the latest one. They both are able to do the dual connection, but because of the different Bluetooth standards, being the later one, it does have a bit more range on the 950. Now, as for the weight wise, the S3, now that weighed in about 300 grams, whereas the 950 weighed in at 330 grams. It's not, truthfully, when I put them both on, I don't really feel much the weight difference between 30 grams. It's not really that much, even though it says it's 10%. It's not that much difference when you physically feel it. So weight-wise, they're pretty much nearly the same. Now, one of the big and major difference between these two headphones is the 950 being the later one. It does also have active noise cancellation, whereas the S3, now this is being a different sort of target market, and also the technology that is, and also that it runs, it does not have active noise cancellation. Now I actually did ask Edifier about this. Edifier informed me that planar headphones, due to the limitations of the design, it would compromise having the sound quality of the active noise cancellation. So that's the reason why they did not include active noise cancellation on the S3. But don't worry, the S3 has a lot of other features up its sleeve that can help it out. Sticking with the active noise cancellation topic, or the ANC, the 950 has 4 different ANC modes. We've got the high ANC, which can able to cancel out to 35 decibels. Then we have a low ANC, which is able to cancel out between 20 to 30 decibels. And then we have ambient, which you actually can hear the outside, as these are closed ears, so it has sort of passive active noise cancellation. And we also have your windy mode. Now, with the difference between your ambient and windy, now with ambient, especially, I actually walk this outdoors and I'm walking along there and in a windy day, or even just in the streets, you actually hear the wind, and with the ambient it doesn't reproduce that wind sound. You can still hear either the police or people walking by or people chatting. It actually produces that sound back out to you. You can actually hear that, and it also produces the wind. Now with the windy mode, it actually cancels out that wind, but you can still hear the other stuff out, which is really cool. By default, I actually end up using windy instead of having your ambient, and not use ambient at all. So for me, I actually end up using high, windy, and off, and that's it. They're the 3 active noise cancellation modes I have preset on these 950s. Now, sticking with The other thing that the 950 has got featured is that it also has what we call safe hearing or safe listening. And what that basically means is you can actually enable that mode where it allows the headphones to not go peaking past 85 decibels. So anything just gives you that sort of safe hearing. It's a nice new feature these days. It's just to help out, especially good for kids. So to try and protect your ears and hearing them. Sticking with the physical properties of these two headphones, now they actually have this nice leather ear cushions, and with the S3 these are lambskin leather ear cushions, and they're both replaceable, and we'll talk a little bit more later in the video about the S3, how to replace the ear cushions. Now with the 950, now if you're looking to replace them, you just need to contact support from Edifier to actually get the ear cushions replacement. So you can replace the ear cushion, which is absolutely fantastic to hear, but seeing the S3 is made from lambskin, and from some of the lambskin products that I've had in some of my other products there, they last a very long time, and they feel so soft and so comfortable to wear on these two. These two just have very nice comfort. And of course, now we should have a look at the physical difference. Now, with the actual appearance, with the 950, it comes actually in two colors. You can get the black one and also what we call ivory color. So these are what we call sort of white, but just a little more called cream out, but these are called the ivory color. So it's really nice looking. I really love the sort of gold metal aluminum on top, and also these nice gold sort of look to it. Really nice looking pair of headphones here. Now as for the S3, now these are only comes in black, and you've got this nice little sort of carbon fiber look to the outside of it. It's really nice there, and again it's very nice. It feels really good and very sturdy to it. Right, they do able to fold up. As you can see, this one folds a little bit different to the other one, and that's because of the case that it comes with. So I'll just show you that in a moment. But this one actually folds a little different there, and also of course you can actually fold. Now these, now I'm going to just find the left and right. So this, now I'm left and right just to give you an idea of how these will hang on your neck, because they do hang very differently on neck, as this one will actually hang out and these will twist out. So when these are hanging out, the ear cushions are facing outwards, just to have you know. And as for these 950s, now these only turn, and they also fold them up as well, but they are packaged a little bit different for the case. Now as you are left and right, now you can also see, if I'm just going to show it to the camera, you can see the inside, you can actually see the big writings of left and right. Now these are now things. Now with the 950, they actually have the ear cushions facing inwards as you're wearing them, as you can't really push them out. Now what I really like about these headphones, and that's for both of these headphones, when you're wearing them, especially for over-ear headphones, I've noticed with some of the cheaper ones, these ones are not. These actually have a nice sort of, as you're holding it back and putting it out, these are actually a little bit facing a little bit more forwards, and actually have a really nice head. Now I've got some what we call a spiky sort of hairstyle there, and this is really helpful, as I find some of a lot of other headphones, they just like to slip as the days go by, it just starts slippery. But these, they don't stay, and they actually stay very well in place, and they have a nice and very comfortable. Can wear these all days. I have worn them pretty much for about 6 to 7 hours on these, and for both of them it's just been absolutely fantastic and very comfortable to wear on any of these two headphones here. Now I have been testing these two headphones in and intermittently on each day. So I will actually start with one of these, the 950 on one day, and then the next day I'll be using the S3, and then the day after that I'll be using it back to the 950, and then after that I'll go so on and so on. So I have been testing these out for close to about a month, and I have actually given these to actually other people to actually listen to these two headphones. Now they actually range anywhere between content creators, also musicians, and also other just normal people like they are. So now I'm just going to give you the idea of just the collage of the feedback I got from the listening of sound quality of these two headphones. Both of these headphones give a very nice open ear, airy experience, yet they both close, so that does very well. The 950 runs off 40mm drivers, whereas the S3, now these are from Stax, which are actually industry leading in the planar magnetic drivers. So these actually run off 89 and 70mm drivers. So you can hear they actually got much larger drivers. Now, it also comes with a much better sound quality. Listening to the two headphones, these two have very different characteristics and sound quality to the audio that these produce from these two headphones. Now, it was a unanimous with the 950. This is a much more bassier compared to the S3. Now, when I say bassier, it also has much more those sort of punchy bass compared to the S3. Now, when I say more bassier, it is not that muddled bass. It's actually got that really nice clear bass as well, but it is much more lower in frequency. The profile on it is much lower. Now, you can customize the actual profiles on these two, but it doesn't seem that I'll be able to customize the S3 to have that sort of like really low end bassy sort of sound compared to the 950. The S3 has better, larger dynamics and also much more punchier in the whole entire range compared to the 950. We also have better sound staging and also transparency out of the audio compared to the 950 as well, and the clarity on it, even with the extra levels. And also when I talk about the levels, you can hear like different extra bits of sounds that you just don't normally hear from the 950. Now, and also you hear a lot of imperfections in the audio, and this will hopefully soundstage to the next part, which is where this S3 would more be targeted at. Now, this, I would suggest this is more for your content creators, your musicians, your editors who actually are working with pre-production audio, and it's just so you can actually help clean it up, and also those who actually really appreciate the more of the high and mid-range of audio. It's got very good bass still, but it's that bass, it hasn't got that really crazy, deep down like audio that actually, and that's what the 950 has. This is probably what I'll consider for the everyday person who will use it, people who actually are consumers, and also ones who actually listen to already processed audio is probably what I'm best to say, and that's what the 950 is really good for, as it's got the active noise cancellation helping it out, and those that again, that punchy bass that comes in, that just deep low, that's just very low balance, it's just got that nice things there. These are the two cases that comes with the two Edifier headphones. Now, the Stax 3 comes with this sort of like half oval shape case, which is really nice. As I say, you can just probably unzip it, and it actually has a nice sort of pocket here. Now, this is nicely velcro, which I really like. There's a little touch for there, we can actually velcro, and it comes with some of the cords that you would normally see. You got a USB cord, and then you also get your 3.5-inch audio cable that comes with it, and of course you get a few extra plugs which are designed for your professional audio gear. I was just trying to get those things out, but you'll actually get them out. I'm just going to try and see if I can take them out. You got that nice big one down there. You also got a guitar pick here, which is really interesting here for that. And then and I'm just going to show you how this one sort of sits in here. And then these will just sit right down this way here, as you can see, nicely snug fit, and that's how these ones are packed away. Now, as for the 950, these are more what you call more of a slimmer case here, and I'll just kind of show these things off. Again, you'll get a whole bunch of nice little cable. Again, you get this nice little velcro just to stop the cables from running around for it, which is really nice. So you get your 3.5-inch cable, and also your USB just to charge it up, and then you also get your this one here is for your airplanes and jack, which is really nice. Now, I also want to make another extra mention on the 950 audio cable for the 3.5-inch. You actually get this one here, which actually is a right angle one. That's kind of cool, which is actually mostly used for this one 950. Now, I'm just going to show you how this one's packed up. These ones will pack up this sort of way, and then these will actually pop in this way here. So that's how this one packs up. It just has a very different feel to the packer, and this one also is a little bit more slimmer. Once it's all packed, I'll just kind of shove this in here. I'll just give this a quick zip, and this one a quick zip. Yeah, just so you can have an idea. But you can see how this one is easier for the backpack, just to be in for everyday use. Again, that hopefully gives you an idea on which one these are targeting for. The Edifier S3 does come pre-packaged with this gorgeous, soft, genuine lambskin leather ear cushions. They feel really nice, and definitely you can easily wear these all day. Now, they've actually gone beyond, and in the box itself, they've also come packaged. And again, this feels really premium. Even just the bag for these ear cushions, they've actually given you another selection, which is these mesh ear cushions for someone like myself who's in a hot climate. I do sweat a bit, especially when I'm out and about walking about in the summer days. I do get sweat, and you can actually switch over to these mesh ear cushions. Now, to actually change them around, it's just a little bit of work there here, and pretty much what I suggest is you really gotta, I've got this one here that's half out, but just to give you an idea of how to actually do it, you really gotta actually give a nice little hold on one side of the bracket. You gotta really feel the bracket, put your finger, the other finger, really feel the bracket inside. Now, what I mean by this bracket here, as you can see from this, there's a bracket here. This is a bracket. You can feel that, and you really gotta like stick your finger really in, like this. As you can hopefully see this, that I'm really sticking in. You won't be able to harm it, but really feel that, and then hold that bracket, and then be able to pinch it out. Now, I'll just do that for this one here, so this final part, just pinch it out, and you'll see the actual mechanism is just little prongs that is just holding it down. It's just got 4 prongs to do it, and to actually fit this back in, again, you just got to line these prongs up with those 4 holes on that side here. But you'll see these beautiful, gorgeous underneath these magnetic headphones here, and pretty much once you do get it in, you'll feel a click. So there you go, you heard the click there, and you'll just hear the second click. There we go, and then you'll click this in. It's a lot easier to click it in once you got it all one down through, but it feels really nice. These are just the air mesh versions, and then you've got the lambskin version, which again they've actually nicely placed so you can switch between the two. Nice to easy, and great means you can actually buy replacements for these ear cushions later on. Absolute fantastic design. Everyday use and consumer grade, whereas this one I would say that's good for your editors and those who appreciate the audiophiliacs, who actually appreciate the sounds. Now, if you're asking me which one I prefer as I age, I actually appreciate the actual clarity and sounds, and the bass side is fantastic, but I've got to say I actually enjoy the clarity that comes out of the Stax Spirit S3, for me, that is. Now, again, if you're a consumer, go with the 950. This is a brilliant looking headphones and it sounds fantastic. But if you're an editor, like as I am a content creator, I actually appreciate the Stax Spirit S3 more. Now, I hope you find this video informative and enjoy it. If you did, even support my channel, smash that like button for me. Share this video, it does help me out. And as always, imperfections in life makes it beautiful and interesting. And I'll see you next video.